overeating is not just triggered by the MSG and sugar in processed foods. It's triggered by the flavorings. You know, nowadays, nothing tastes like anything anymore. Things becoming more bland, okay? Tomatoes, for example, just completely void and empty of any nutrition. It's like eating like nothing. Yet I remember growing up taking this tomato from our garden. It was just incredible. You know, I did a trip a while ago to Italy, and I heard about these tomatoes that were so amazing, right? And we were going on a food tour. So we had to meet at this courtyard. So as we're waiting for the tour guide, I look across the street and there was a little shop that had vegetables. So I walked over there and I noticed they had some tomatoes. And so I bought a little bag. I mean, it must have been probably the equivalent of 2 tomatoes, but it was these small little tomatoes. So I started eating them and they were delicious. It was amazing. The flavor, the taste of those tomatoes. So I come back to my wife, Karen, and I'm like, you're not going to believe how delicious these tomatoes were. She goes, did you bring me any? I go, actually, I ate them all. But here's the point. I was so satisfied. I was so filled. When I went on the tour, I literally couldn't eat anything else because I was so filled up. Why? Because of the nutrients in those tomatoes. I don't know if you know this, but for example, chicken breast, okay? You'd buy chicken breast at the store, skinless chicken breast. Did you realize they have to now put chicken flavor in the chicken to make it taste like chicken, or else it'll just taste like nothing. In fact, the next time you buy chicken, look at the label. You'll see chicken broth, and flavorings, okay? They're trying to make it taste like chicken. The flavorings trigger eating, okay? It makes you want to eat them. In fact, it gives you a lot of pleasure. The problem is that there's empty calories in that processed food. There's low nutrients. And because there's low nutrients, when you're going to eat way more than you normally would, not to mention the sugar, the MSG, the fat, the salt, and all that, that's a whole different thing. Now, flavors are really a survival mechanism. In nature, the foods with the highest nutrients have the most flavors. So you're attracted to those flavors, you'll end up getting the most nutrients and you'll survive better. But now we have this artificial flavoring thing, and even though it's natural flavorings, the brain doesn't know the difference. So this is why you are addicted to those chips late at night. Now, if you do the keto desserts or snacks, okay, you may have already found that out because it's very difficult to consume a lot of keto desserts or those keto bombs. And yes, they have a lot of fat, but there's also more nutrients. They're not empty, which is a good thing. So that's why you can get by with having just a small amount of this. If you're new to this concept, I challenge you to make a substitution for these dessert and sweet foods, things like that, and start doing keto-friendly, low-carb, nutrient-dense like snacks or desserts. Of course, you'd want to eat the snack at the meal, not in between. So your focus should be not just on flavors, but the nutrients, and that way you can actually have this turn-off mechanism and actually be satisfied, which is going to be a very good thing. Before you go real quick, I have a course entitled How to Bulletproof Your Immune System. It's a free course. I want you to take it, and here's why. Here's you. Here is your environment. Everyone is focused on this over here, avoiding your environment. But what about here? What about strengthening your immune system? That's what's missing. This course will show you how to bulletproof yourself, and so you can tolerate and resist your environment much better by strengthening your own immune system. I put a link down in the description right down below. Check it out and get signed up today. Hey, before